Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So the last update about the longer version of This Is Fate. Preeta regained consciousness and she threatened Prithvi and she went downstairs. Then during an argument, Prithvi suffocated Sherlyn and Sherlyn loses consciousness. So let's continue. Prithvi is trying to wake Sherlyn up, but she is not responding. Prithvi also sprinkles water over Sherlyn, saying that he is a Punu baby, and he even tries to give her water, but Sherlyn pushes him away, saying that he tried to kill her. Sherlyn is about to go out from the room, but Prithvi tries to seek for her forgiveness. Sherlyn says that Prithvi will get his forgiveness on the day that he defeats Preeta because the Punu baby she knows never loses. Prithvi assures Sherlyn that he is the same and he will surely win this time because he will retaliate and his retaliation will cause Preeta to lose. Sherlyn says that Prithvi has lost the right to call her baby and Prithvi vows to do something that would make him defeat Preeta. At the party, Shriti is really happy to see Preeta dancing with Karan. Samir asks Shriti that what happened to her and does she know who hit her, but Shriti explains to Samir that she feels that they should keep whatever happens to themselves and they should not reveal anything. Shriti apologized to Samir, saying that she forgot that they both were not talking again after what happened in the past. Samir tries to explain himself, but Shriti doesn't let him. The entire Luthra family is dancing, while Mahesh is enjoying their couple dance, and he asks for some juice which is given to him. Preeta and Karan takes both Mahesh and Rakhi to the dance floor and Prithvi wonders what is going on because everyone is dancing and he feels that Preeta has not told anyone about what happened inside and Preeta looks at Prithvi with immense anger. Rakhi started dancing with Mahesh and seeing this, everyone joins them one after the other. Sherlyn wonders why Prithvi is dancing like this when they are in so much trouble. Prithvi goes to welcome Dr. Jarivala to the party and Mahesh, after seeing the doctor, begins to start getting restless. Mahesh feels disoriented and he thinks that there is a snake on Rakhi's neck and Mahesh started suffocating Rakhi in anger while trying to throw the snake away in his own mind. Everyone is shocked to see Rakhi shouting and Rakhi asks that what is Mahesh doing? The judge and the lawyer are also tense to see Mahesh's behavior and Prithvi started smiling. The entire Luthra family is trying to separate both Mahesh and Rakhi and Dr. Jarivala requests them to pull Mahesh away. Prithvi requests the doctor to take a look at Mahesh and they all manage to take Mahesh inside. Karan rushes to Rakhi asking how she is feeling and Rakhi says that she is fine. The judge says that the condition of Mahesh is still the same as before, but some time ago, he thought that Mahesh has gotten normal and he was even about to declare Mahesh as mentally fit, but he is glad that he did not because Mahesh is still a mental patient and he is not normal. So he is going to suggest that they should not bring Mahesh to the family members again and they should continue treating Mahesh as a mental patient. Prithvi asks Rakhi if she is okay and he says that Mahesh is not fine, but all thanks to the doctor who gave Mahesh the medicines. The doctor says that it will take Mahesh some time to get better, but they must not keep their hopes high because Mahesh is not well at the moment. The judge also explains that he thought that Karan is not such an immature person and Dr. Jarivala also says that Karan claims to love his father, so why is he doing such things that will ruin the life of his own father? Preeta asks the judge not to blame Karan because it is all her fault because she wanted to organize the party for Mahesh. Rakhi takes the blame on herself, saying that she requested Preeta for the party because she thought that Mahesh would feel nice when he is around his family, but she never thought that Mahesh would do something like this. Preeta is standing and Karan comes to her, explaining that he is really grateful because Mahesh hugged him, but before that, he tried to stop Preeta from throwing the party, but Preeta did not listen to him, so now Preeta should see the consequence of what happened. Karan held his hands together, saying that all Preeta's issues are with him, so Preeta must not involve his families in her revenge. Karan explains that he is the youngest member of the Luthra family, but no one ever says anything to him, and the reason why he started to play cricket is that his dad got a stroke, after which his mom was always beside him, while Rishabh and Karina got so busy in the business, so he started playing cricket in the hall and he would purposefully hit the ball in the rooms so that they can give him some attention. Karan asked that what happened to Preeta because he thought that Preeta cared a lot for his family, but it is not the truth because Preeta is just a greedy person who doesn't care about anything other than her own interest. Karan says that Preeta could have asked him for money, but Preeta instead is just a changed person, all because of money. Preeta couldn't listen to Karan's insult anymore, so Preeta leaves from there. Rakhi is about to talk, but Grandma asks Rakhi to stop and not to say a single word. Grandma asks that why does Rakhi trust Preeta like this, because Rakhi doesn't even think that Preeta can lie, but it is not the truth, because Preeta is the biggest liar. Samuel explains that it is not the truth, because they all were happy when Mahesh was brought out from the basement, and whatever happened after that is not Preeta's fault. Kritika says that Samuel must not talk because they all have made a mistake by trusting Preeta, and even when Prithvi tried to tell them about the consequences and about what would happen, yet they did not listen to Prithvi. So if they have to blame anyone, then they should only blame Preeta and themselves for not listening to Prithvi. Kritika sees Karina crying, so she rushes to her asking that what happened. Karina says that she really loves Rakhi a lot and she would have not been able to forgive herself if Mahesh had suffocated Rakhi a little harder, and she blames herself, explaining that she should not have taken such an emotional decision of allowing Mahesh to come for the party, and she should have thought about it with a clear mind. Rakhi stands up, explaining that they all are mistaken because Mahesh was not trying to strangle her, but he was only saving her from the snake that he thinks was on her neck in his mind. Rakhi says that Mahesh thought that the necklace that she was wearing is actually a snake, but she was also panicking, pulling the necklace, and this causes the injury on her neck, and Mahesh was in fact just trying to save her life. Karina says that Rakhi can say whatever she feels like, but she should not have acted with emotion. Kritika assures everyone that it is not their fault, but it is the game plan of Preeta, because Preeta wanted them to take the blame and also get insulted. Kritika informs Karina that this was the game plan of Preeta because Preeta wanted their family to get insulted while they all will be blamed for it, and Preeta has achieved both of her desires. Grandma says that Mahesh did not hurt Rakhi, but it was Preeta who hurt them all. Kritika says that Preeta is really smart because today, Preeta proved that Mahesh is permanently mentally unstable, and Mahesh was once again thrown into the basement even when he was calling Preeta as his daughter. Samuel sees Preeta crying outside the door, and Preeta rushes to the basement. Preeta sees Mahesh locked in the room, and she is shocked to see the lock on the door. Preeta apologized to Mahesh for all the claims that she made, and she vowed that she would make sure that he comes back to the normal life, but she was not able to do anything, and she is a failure. Preeta says that Mahesh would have gotten the hope that his daughter will stand with him and she will make sure that he comes out of the basement, but she has ruined all of Mahesh's hope because she was not able to achieve anything and she could not save Mahesh from Prithvi, who wants Mahesh to live in this basement. Preeta says that she thought that she would win from Prithvi, but in reality, Prithvi has defeated her and she was not able to do anything, but she feels that there is even someone else who doesn't want Mahesh to be normal again, and she did not win this war, and Mahesh is in this condition because of her. Preeta is sitting crying, and Samuel comes to Preeta, and Preeta quickly wipes off her tears. Samuel says that Preeta can wipe off her tears, but what about the words that he just heard, and also the emotions? Samuel says that he saw Preeta and he knows that Preeta cares a lot for the family and that Preeta is only acting as the owner of the house who only comes back for the sake of money, and he is glad that Preeta has come back to this house. Preeta asks that what could she do after coming back to the house because she was not even able to take Mahesh back to his room. Samuel tells Preeta that the part on which Preeta is working will cause a lot of problems because it is not easy, but he is always going to stand by Preeta's side, and if Preeta needs anything, then he will be there for her. Preeta explains that she was not able to do anything and she came to help the Lutras, but she is constantly being defeated. Preeta says that Rakhi is crying, and even when she wants to make sure that everything happens for the good, but she is not able to do anything good for the family without new problems coming her way. Shruti comes there saying that Preeta is standing against the family for their own good, and Binge says that even Krishna said that it is the time for her test, otherwise there is death. So one must always fight and someone loses only when they accept their defeat. but they only win when they accept that they would surely win. Shruti advised Preeta to stand fast with the hope that she would win and she would surely fight and win. Shruti says that her sister is a fighter and they need to keep trying, and she knows that Preeta has struggled a lot for the Luthra family, but they can take even a step ahead. Shruti says that she knows that Preeta will surely win, but Preeta must promise her to keep fighting. Preeta promised Shruti that she will not stand back with this defeat, but she would fight for Mahesh, and Shruti is right that the war has not ended and she would fight until the end. In the room, Shailene asks Prithvi that what is going on and what is he trying to do. Prithvi says that he has done it, asking if Shailene did not see that he defeated his enemy. Prithvi says that Preeta was trying to bring back Mahesh to his family, and she even arranged for a birthday party for Mahesh, but he did what he wanted because Mahesh was once again sent back to the basement just as he wanted. Shailene is shocked seeing Prithvi's attitude, and Prithvi turns back to Shailene with a tissue, saying that Shailene should give the tissue to Preeta because Preeta will be crying in some corner of the house right now. Binge is sitting drinking water, and Preeta walking down the stairs goes to Binge. Binge advised Preeta not to be worried because everything will be sorted, but Binge immediately changes the statement, seeing Samru. Samru says that Binge must not make stories because he knows the truth. Binge blames Shruti, saying that Shruti might have told Samru about their plans, but Shruti tells Binge that Samru himself heard Preeta talking, and that was how Samru got to know about everything. Preeta says that she did not know who would stand by her after 2 years, but she knows that Samru has always stood by her. Shruti explains that Preeta is right because Samru even stood by his brother against Preeta 2 years ago. Binge, getting frustrated, asks if Samru and Shruti are yet to patch up, and Shruti replies that both of these fights are two different situations. Preeta says that both Samru and Shruti must calm down because someone might hear them and their plans will be exposed. Preeta advised Shruti and Samru to go back inside because no one should suspect them. Shailene, walking over to Prithvi, says that Prithvi needs the tissue more than Preeta. Prithvi asks if Shailene has gotten mad since she saw what happened to Mahesh and Preeta will be blamed for it. Shailene says that she is saying this because Prithvi's tears of joy will not end, and Prithvi replies that then he would need these tissues every day because he would always shed tears of joy every day while Preeta will be shedding tears of sorrow. Prithvi says that Preeta doesn't even know how he defeated her with the help of someone from the Luthra family. Shailene gets tensed and she asks that who did Prithvi use to defeat Preeta. Prithvi says that it is a top secret, but Shailene can guess the name of those who would help him among the family members. But if Shailene is incorrect, then he will just say that this person did not help him. Prithvi asks that what was the song on which Preeta was dancing, and Prithvi plays the song while both Shailene and Prithvi started to dance. Preeta suddenly enters the room, and Shailene and Prithvi were shocked. Preeta says that Prithvi might have underestimated her, but no matter what both Shailene and Prithvi plan, she would always stand in front of them because they can never be trusted. Preeta says that she once trusted Shailene, saying that she must stay loyal with Rishabh, but Shailene is still standing with Prithvi. Prithvi says that he loves Shailene and it is the truth, so Preeta can do whatever she wants. Preeta asks if Shailene doesn't have any shame because the entire Luthra family trusts her because Rishabh left her, but Shailene is instead deceiving everyone. Prithvi asks Preeta not to play this emotional card because his relationship with Shailene is like any other, while the relationship of Preeta with Karan is not as strong because they are always fighting or trying to mend their relationship. Preeta wants Prithvi not to speak about her relationship with Karan, and Prithvi asks that why is Preeta so worried about the Luthras when she said that she doesn't have any interest in them. Preeta tells Prithvi that she is worried for the Luthras because she respects Rishabh because Rishabh has always respected her, but she made a mistake by convincing Rishabh to marry a girl like Shailene, and that is the biggest mistake of her life, and she feels sorry for being the one who arranged for Shailene and Rishabh's marriage. Okay guys, thank you so much guys for watching. No matter what happened, if good things happen, no one would comment Preeta, but if bad things happen, everybody will blame Preeta for it. Thank you so much guys for watching, and I will see you all again in my next video. Bye guys.